Randy Orton, when you hear that name, you just think dominance. For decades, the guy is an absolute machine, seemingly untouched by time in what has to be one of the most brutal jobs on the planet. And the secret to that? It isn't just talent. No, it's a blueprint, and we're about to lay it all out.
So yeah, that's the big question, right? How has he stayed at the absolute top of his game for more than 2 decades? That doesn't just happen. That's not luck. It's a system, a meticulously crafted plan, and we're going to dig right into it. You see, the answer, the real key to his incredible career, it's not found under the bright lights with thousands of people screaming his name. Nah, it's found in the quiet, day-in, day-out discipline of the gym. It's a philosophy built not just for the next pay-per-view, but for a lifetime.
So, to really get the how, we've got to start with the why. Before we even think about the weights, we need to understand the mindset that built one of the most durable athletes ever.
And really, it all boils down to these 3 things. See, it's not just about lifting the heaviest weight in the room. It's about building a body that can last. It's about having that real, functional strength you need in the ring. And, of course, that explosive power to hit an RKO out of nowhere, year after year after year.
And this is probably where he stands apart from the pack. He trains smart. He actually listens to his body. Some days are for pushing the limits, for sure, but other days are for recovery, for mobility. And that approach? That's the antidote to the injuries and burnout that have cut so many other careers short.
Okay, so that's the philosophy, that's the mindset. Now let's get into the nuts and bolts. Let's break down the actual pillars that hold up that incredible physique and performance.
His entire training plan is built on these 4 pillars. Each one is totally essential. And when you put them all together, they create this complete, seriously resilient athlete who's ready for literally anything.
This right here is the perfect example of what we mean by functional strength. He's training for go, not for show. Yeah, obviously the guy looks amazing, but every single exercise he does has a purpose for what he does in the ring. He's building a weapon, not just a statue.
So his foundation is all about those big, powerful, classic lifts. You've got squats to build the base you need to lift a 250-pound opponent. You've got deadlifts for that raw whole-body power that protects your spine. And then bench and military press for that upper body armor you need to give and take punishment.
But here's the thing. All the strength in the world doesn't mean a thing if you don't have an engine to power it. What good is a Ferrari if it runs out of gas after 1 lap? Conditioning is what separates the champs from everyone else.
And to keep that engine revving, Orton uses high-intensity interval training. Think circuits packed with explosive moves like these. They're brutal, but they're designed to perfectly mimic the frantic stop-and-go pace of a wrestling match, so he's just as dangerous in minute 20 as he is in minute 1.
Now we get to a really critical piece of the puzzle, and it connects directly to his most famous move. You see, a strong core isn't just about looking good. It's the body's central hub. It protects the spine, and it's where all that explosive, rotational power for the RKO comes from.
And trust me, you don't build a core like that with a few sit-ups. We're talking about serious, challenging exercises. Things like hanging leg raises, ab rollouts, and Russian twists. They forge a midsection that's not just defined, it's brutally strong and functional.
All right, now for the part that I think most people completely overlook, flexibility. Orton dedicates serious time to mobility and stretching. And this commitment right here, this is his secret weapon against time. It's what keeps him agile, prevents injuries, and has let him outlast so many of his peers.
Because look, the work in the gym is only half the story. The battle for longevity is really won in all those hours in between the workouts. So let's look at how Orton has mastered the art of recovery.
It all starts with this number right here, 8 hours. For Orton, this is non-negotiable. This isn't just downtime. This is when the body is actually doing the hard work of repairing and rebuilding muscle, regulating hormones, and getting ready for the next day's battle.
And on top of that crucial sleep, he's got a whole toolkit for active recovery. These aren't just luxuries, this is essential maintenance. Things like massage, ice baths, and foam rolling all help manage soreness and just keep the machine running at 100%. The man recovers just as hard as he trains. And of course, none of this works if you're putting bad fuel in the tank. But his nutrition plan isn't some crazy complicated thing. It's just simple and consistent. High-quality lean proteins, good complex carbs for energy, healthy fats, and tons of water. That's it. Simple, effective, and something you can actually stick with.
So, after all that,
what does this elite blueprint actually mean for you? Well, you don't have to be a WWE superstar to take these championship principles and apply them to your own fitness, your own life. Here's how you can start without getting totally overwhelmed. Just pick one thing. Seriously, just one. Maybe focus on mastering your squat form, or add 2 quick 15-minute cardio sessions a week. Or just commit to stretching for 10 minutes after you train. Even swapping one junk meal for a good one every day. It's the small, consistent steps that build incredible results over time.
And that's really the big lesson from Randy Orton's career, isn't it? It goes so far beyond the gym. Greatness is not an accident. It's built. Behind every highlight reel RKO are thousands of hours of unseen, quiet discipline. Your victories might not be in front of a sold-out arena, but they're built the exact same way. 1 rep, 1 meal, 1 day at a time. The blueprint is right there. So the only question left is, what are you building?